Rell seeds will fail. Now, I know y'all are probably thinking, Pedro, why did you switch up? Why are you a Rell seeds hater? I'm not. Okay, this is just a claim that's been going around. Okay, Rell seeds will fail is something that many people are saying, and there's two main reasons why. I'm gonna go over both those reasons. Reason number one, people think that Rell seeds will fail because the hype is dead. Now, me personally, I am still hyped for Rell seeds. Am I as hyped as before? Absolutely not. The hype is dying, maybe, but am I still hyped for it? Of course. Some people say that the hype has died and they're not hyped for it anymore. They don't care. Some people say that Rell seeds is a sneak simulator. People are calling it sneak seeds and teaser seeds and stuff like that, and trailer seeds. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, bro, like, this is crazy. Rell sneaks is crazy. That's not how the game is. They're trying to make sure the game is perfect. They're trying to make sure the game has very little flaw, and they're trying to make sure that the game is what we waited for. Or we gotta remember that people's money went into this game, right? So if you're someone like me who paid for a subscription, I paid for silver subscription, some people paid for gold. Money went into this game from the developers, the supporters, and everyone, right? Personally, I think them taking this amount of time to make this game is not crazy. So a lot of people are constantly saying the hype is dead, the hype is dead, I don't care about the game anymore. I can almost guarantee most of those people are gonna hop on anyways. And me personally, I'm definitely hopping on Rell seeds no matter what. I'm not gonna lie. But that's my question for y'all. Do y'all think the hype is dead? Are you still hyped for Rell seeds? So yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Seeing the sneaks for the game can definitely make you want to play it as much as possible. And there has been a lot of sneaks. So this game has been in development for I don't know how long, but I'm gonna say it like this. I started looking at the game and I first heard about the game when I was a freshman. Right, I was just about to be a freshman. It was August. What was that, like 2022? Bro, I'm not kidding when I say this, bro. I'm about to be a senior. Like, I'm about to be a senior in high school. So Rell seeds still isn't out, and I'm about to be a senior. I can understand if y'all are saying that the game is taking too long, because yeah, I can agree on that. But I want them to take a long time with this game because I want it to be perfect. I've been paying silver subscription for a minute now. I've been paying since I was in like 10th grade. You feel what I'm saying? I do not want this game to be a waste of money and time. I'm pretty sure none of us want it to be like that. A lot of games in the past have sneaked stuff, have showed us stuff, and then dropped, and then people are like, yo, this game is butt. For example, we had Pixel Piece. Everyone was like, yo, this game looks fire, it's different, it's cool. That jump dropped, it was a bandit beater, and it was butt. It was laggy, it was glitchy, there was hackers on day one. And I know none of y'all want to see that in Rell seeds. So, me personally, I'm not complaining. I'm gonna wait, and I'm gonna understand that although, yeah, the game is taking a long time, I'm not a glazer, but I'm not gonna get mad at them for it, because I know that they're doing it because they care about us and they appreciate us, and they don't want the game to be butt after pouring in money and time into the game. Now, that's just the first reason. The second reason why people think Rell seeds will fail is because of the development. A lot of people think that the developers are putting too much stuff into the game on day one, and the game won't have any longevity. So as we've seen with Shindo Life, we've seen tons and tons of stuff in that game. They had like weekly updates at some points, and they were adding new bloodlines all the time, and it was all Naruto related stuff until later on they started to add other things. So until Boruto really started popping off, they started adding things like Doctor Strange stuff and stuff from Bleach, stuff from Marvel, stuff from other animes, and people got mad. At one point they added Snake Man from One Piece. At one point they added Deku from My Hero Academia, and you're looking at this, you're like, bro, this is not what I want in the game. So a lot of people are scared that that's gonna happen to Rell seeds because they're putting over 20 fruits on release, I heard, and them having over 20 fruits means that there's not gonna be much fruits for the future. Now here's what I want to say to that, right? I agree. I think that's too much to put in the game at once. But I will say this, the Rell brothers have said multiple times, it's not gonna be like every other One Piece game where fruits are the golden standard. Fruits are something that everyone's gonna have. Everyone's gonna have OP fruits to be strong. I'm pretty sure fruits in this game are going to be good and they're going to be helpful, but they're not gonna be easy to get and they're not gonna carry you. In BLOX fruits, you can get like a dragon fruit, a kitsune fruit, put most of your stats in fruit and become a glass cannon and mess up everybody. You could destroy everyone. You feel what I'm saying? But in Rell seeds, I'm pretty sure they're gonna have fruits made so that they can't be overpowered, you can't overuse them, and you cannot depend on them. So I think they're gonna have weaknesses for fruits. So maybe Sea Prism Stone, maybe Sea Prism Stone bullets. I don't know what they're gonna add. What I'm trying to say though is the chances of you watching this, the chances of you getting the fruit are low. Unless you join my crew, because you know obviously we're gonna be getting a lot of fruits and doing giveaways and stuff. But what I'm trying to say is the chance of getting a fruit is low. You're not going to be getting fruits every other day. Okay, you're not going to be getting it every day, every other day. You're probably not going to get a fruit for weeks or maybe even months into the gameplay. I don't think they're gonna have a trade hub. I don't think they're gonna be like GPO and have you be able to drop fruits to little poor kids. I'm pretty sure it's going to be either on your own. You can get them from chests or I don't know, under trees or I don't know. But the rate of you getting it is really low. So we don't have to worry about that. So yeah, there's gonna be a lot of fruits and content on release, but I don't think that that's gonna be a huge problem because we're not gonna be getting fruits for a while. But now, fruits is not the only problem. I've also seen some other things, right? I was thinking maybe they're gonna go in the One Piece order and add the islands the same way One Piece was. So maybe they'll add like the first couple islands Luffy and his crew went to, and then later on they'll add stuff like Wano in the future. But it seems like they might be doing Wano on release because we've seen bosses from Wano like that tiger boss with the knife in his mouth. We've seen mounts that are only in Wano, so it's definitely possible that they're just going straight to Wano. We've seen a Kaido boss. You feel what I'm saying? Like we have a lot of stuff that's late in the series of One Piece, and a lot of people are scared because they're thinking that the Rell brothers are going way too quick, and adding all this stuff in there means that we're not gonna have any future content. Now, I don't know about y'all. As far as fruits, I do not want them doing that silly Marvel other anime stuff. I do not want to see a Naruto fruit. I don't want to see a Sasuke fruit. I don't want to see a Deku fruit. You feel what I'm saying? But fan-made islands, I would not mind. I'm pretty sure they have some fan-made islands. They definitely have some islands that are inspired by real-life One Piece places. But fan-made islands, fan-made mounts, fan-made ships. I don't want the game to be a carbon copy of One Piece. I feel like having that stuff might be cool, and maybe some fan-made fruits would be cool too, as long as they're not something stupid like, I don't know, like let's say there's a fruit that's not in One Piece, but it's something that really could be in One Piece, right? I don't know any good examples, but yeah, I can't think of anything good. But if they do add something like that, I would not be mad. Now, if they added something like a Naruto fruit, a Renegon fruit, or if they were just doing like reskins, like instead of having a flame fruit, they have a special fruit called the Azure fruit that's like blue flames. You feel what I'm saying? I feel that would be kind of dumb. But I feel like they can definitely do a lot with this game. One Piece is a huge series. It's crazy world building, right? So I feel like there's so much they can add. I don't feel like there's a way that they can have too little content for this. I think adding a lot of content to begin with could be a good thing. It also could be a terrible thing. It could be a good thing if the game isn't quick to get into, because there's some people who speed run. They get in there, they get in the game and they just go crazy. You feel what I'm saying? But me personally, I'm pretty sure that they are going to make it aligned in a certain way where you cannot over progress. Like you can't get to the end of the game real quick, because the game's pretty open world. It's pretty free and fun. It's pretty much like Skyrim, I heard, right? So I can't really see someone maxing out in one day and just being like, oh yeah, you know, I did everything in the game. There's no more content for me. I'm gonna go back to playing BLOX fruits. But yeah, those are the two main reasons why people do not think that Rell Seas will do well. A lot of people think it will fail because it has lost its hype and because it has too much content. But I disagree with both of those things personally. But maybe you guys agree, maybe you guys disagree. Let me know in the comments what y'all think. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I'm gonna see y'all in the next one.